Welcome or welcome back to the Thing of Ours podcast
where we talk about all of life's highs and lows.
and everything in between. How have you been doing? We are sick.
Yes. I don't feel like terrible, but
What do you mean? You just told me you couldn't breathe through your nose not too long
but
ago.
I don't feel that bad. Like I'm not like bedridden where I need to just like do nothing at all. But you could probably hear it in my voice. I can't breathe through my left nostril. My right one is okay.
Can you just back up just a little bit? Like turn your body just a little bit away from me.
Why? You don't want my loving?
No, I don't want your germs, bro. Like, no. I was sick, like bedridden sick.
Yes.
Last
were
weekend.
way more sick than I am.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'll get to that point. I don't know.
I feel like you would have already gotten that point because last Friday, was it last Friday or the Friday before that?
I think it was just last week.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was just last weekend.
I feel like a whole 3-4 weeks have gone by.
No, that's why we didn't post last week, because you were sick.
Oh yeah.
Like you were like actually sick.
Mm-hmm. I really wanted to do Spooky Sunday. I got my costume that I waited 3 years for. My astronaut costume. I don't know if you guys been here for a while. I talked about it last year in the Spooky Sunday. I said I wanted to be an astronaut.
Yep. And you did get your costume this year.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't get to wear it for the video, but you did wear it to hand out candy.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. The Tuesday was Halloween, and then I felt better, so I was able to hand out candy then. But man, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was done. Like it was just a write off. I still have a little bit of a cough, so you might hear me cough throughout this podcast. I'm about to cough right now. But yeah, no.
See, I don't even really have that much of a cough yet. It's just stuffed up.
But your symptoms are different than mine. Like I didn't have to blow my nose. Like I felt like I was still able to breathe through my nose.
Yeah.
You have a different germ. No, you have a different virus.
So you don't think I got your cold? You think I got someone else's?
You got someone else's because I got my cold from my sister's kids. You guys, kids are...
Because you went there on the Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were off Friday, so you went there for just the day, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kids are literally hosts. They are just walking bacteria. They really are. The way I've seen some of these kids just cough, not cover their mouth, but cough on each other. Mm-hmm. And the other kids just standing there. And I'm just like, how? Yep. This is why kids are always sick. Definitely coming from daycare.
And then parents of young kids are always sick too. Mm-hmm. Always. It's funny because a couple of people at my work were talking about that not long ago. How they were talking about the different bad viruses that they've gotten because of their kids. You know, pink eye, what's the hand, nose, and foot thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all the bad ones that you don't want to get, right? Mm-hmm. Lice, things like that.
I've never had lice before, so I don't know where these kids be picking up lice.
Yeah, they were talking about getting these from their kids. I'm just like, oof, man.
I want to know what viruses you've gotten from your kids. But you know what's funny? The other day when I was there, my niece, when she was coughing, she started covering her mouth. She went like this.
Oh, and she's actually using her arm, not her hand?
Yeah, she's not doing it as often as she should, but she's starting to pick up. She knows that
she's supposed to do it, and she sometimes doesn't do it in time, I guess, probably, but she knows in the back of her mind that she's supposed to, which is good.
Yeah, but I think it might have to do with a little bit of me because the other time when I was there and she was sick, I was like, Maya, cover your mouth.
So did you teach her how to cover her mouth? Did you show her how?
Me. She probably learned that from daycare.
Okay.
Yeah, but I definitely got this cold from one of those kids. I don't know who, but I got something from one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's that time of year anyway. People are going to be getting sick. It's just, it is what it is, right?
But I can't be mad at them because they're small, they're so cute. And for Halloween, they were Daffy Duck and Daisy Duck. Aren't they adorable? Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
You didn't even show me that picture yet.
I didn't show you?
No.
Hold on, let me show
That's fine. I'll see it during editing. That's fine.
No, I want to show you. Are you sure I didn't show you them?
No, you didn't show me. You showed me your sister and Daniel.
What was Andrew and Daniel again?
Princess.
Oh yeah, Princess Peach and Mario. Yeah.
Yeah, you showed me them. That's it, though.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. But anyways, yeah, that's what they were. The kids. They were Daffy Duck and Daisy Duck. Other than that, I hope your Halloween was great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we didn't have that many kids come by. We had maybe 20 at the most, I think.
No, not even.
You don't think so?
No, we had like 10.
Well, we had like 10 people like stop at the door and knock, but there was a couple kids each time. You know what I mean? So in total, there was probably about 20 kids.
I don't think so. But point of the story is that I went out and I bought really good candy, you guys. And I was so excited. And I was like, I can't wait for all the kids to come, see their costume. And I'm going to give out tons of candy.
Now I get to eat it.
Yeah. Now I'm just like, eat it. Because there's no point. Like, I still have a full bag of candy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, one of those reusable bags. Like, it's completely full.
Like the dollar store reusable bags? Yeah.
I was actually really disappointed because I thought there would be more kids. In the summertime, I see
kids everywhere.
Yeah.
The park near us is like packed with kids.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I don't know. Maybe they just went the opposite direction from us. Because like our neighborhood is still kind of like it's under construction still, right? Like our house has been here now a few years, but around us, they're still building. So like the other direction, those houses have been there for a long time. And that area is more built up. It's, I guess, a little bit cleaner. It's like, you know, not dusty. It's not muddy, like things like that. So I think maybe the parents sent their kids that way rather than come.
But I've seen kids skip our house. But I don't understand why, because we had 2 pumpkins.
But they went out. And
we had the light on.
Yes, the light, like the porch light was on.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went back outside after we noticed a couple of kids walk by us, I noticed our pumpkin light, like the candle inside, burnt out.
But the light was still on.
But the pumpkins
signals
were
that
out.
You have candy. Everyone knows that.
But the pumpkins were out, so they skipped us.
Maybe we should have actually decorated. I think that was the problem.
Yeah, all we did was put up pumpkins.
A lot of people had a lot of decorations, but they weren't handing out candy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that too, yeah.
Yeah, some of our neighbors were doing that. But anyways, Halloween came and left, and now it's time for Christmas.
Everybody's taking down their Halloween decorations this weekend, and I've seen a few people do it throughout the week last week. And yeah, you already see some people putting up Christmas stuff. Like our neighbor across the street already has their wreath up on their door. Yeah. Right? I seen a few people further away that actually have like real decorations. We've seen that yesterday when we were driving by.
How long do you guys leave your decorations up? And when do you start decorating?
See, I feel like Christmas gets like the longest period. I really do. Halloween, people will start setting up in like the start of October. But as soon as Halloween is done, they clear it out. Yeah. Like it's gone. Right? But Christmas comes and goes, but people still leave up their decorations.
Because it's too cold to take down. That's probably why.
That's probably possible.
Why. Nobody wants to go outside in like negative 40-degree weather and take down their decoration.
Yeah, that's very possible. But like, yeah, it gets to stay up for another month or two before people start taking it down. And like the lights, if people have lights on their house, they leave that until the spring.
Yeah.
Like, you know? So Christmas definitely gets the longest time for decorations to stay up. But, and I feel like as soon as Halloween is done, there's a lot of people already starting. And like you go to the stores right now, packed. Like we went to HomeSense.
Christmas tree's already up.
Like Halloween wasn't even done yet. and they already had like this small, tiny little section of Halloween, and the rest was Christmas.
See, I feel like you have to go early though to get the good decorations, because if you wait until like December, then a lot of the decorations are going to be gone, or a lot of them are broken.
Mhm.
A lot of the pieces are missing because people are stealing the decorations from the stores. So I
Yeah.
feel like it's a good time now to actually get your decorations, even if you don't want to decorate your
Just
house.
yet?
Yeah, now's a good time to do it.
Yeah. Start buying what you need early.
I really want to get a Christmas tree this year. Last year,
Well, we have a
got like a
Christmas
little mini
tree.
one.
Yeah, like we have a smaller one. I think it's like a 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like a 7.5 foot would be nice. A little bit wider base.
Oh, we didn't even put that old one up though. But I just got that little one from the dollar
Last
store.
year, yeah, we didn't put it up. No.
Yesterday, I left my Vaseline jar open.
Oh man.
And I went to go take a shower. Curtis was in the other room. And then all of a sudden I hear you scream at Trumpet.
Yeah, I came from the other room into the bedroom. And I just see him, like, he was on the bed, but he was like reached over to the nightstand. And I just see his face, his mouth in the Vaseline jar, just licking it, just loving life. And I'm like, oh my Trumpet, what are you doing? Anyway, he licked up quite a bit. I look it up, non-toxic, so that's fine. However, it basically says that your dog will either vomit, so he'll throw up, or he'll get like really bad diarrhea. I didn't take him out this morning.
Yeah,
Amelia took him out this morning.
Yeah, he definitely had diarrhea. Like, and I felt so bad because I couldn't even pick it up all of it. I tried my best, but I was like, oh, I feel so bad for this person's life.
Yeah, you walked him around the block and he had diarrhea on someone else's lawn.
Explosion diarrhea, you guys. Like, I know this is a little bit too much TMI, but
don't let your dog eat Vaseline or lick up Vaseline.
I just understand because he's never done that before with me, like ever.
No, and it's funny because you do leave that jar open.
And he's never once touched it.
No.
So I think it was because I had a couple of Halloween candy on the dresser and he knew where the Halloween candy is. So he's been trying to get to my Halloween candy that I've been trying to eat.
Okay.
So, yeah. I think that's probably why he ate it up. He was just being bad.
As soon as I read that, I was like, oh, you're going to regret that. And sure enough. Yep. But I don't think they learn.
Dogs? No, they don't.
They just keep going back.
Yeah,
they just keep going back.
I think the only time they actually learn is when they discover something that they don't like to eat. Like,
yeah, if they actually
some dogs
don't
like to eat broccoli, right? So as soon as they see it, they know they don't like it, so they won't do it.
Yeah, if they like the taste, they're like, I'll suffer the consequences. Mm-hmm. That's literally it. Mm-hmm. If they like the taste, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is what it is. He's fine. He's just got a little bit of diarrhea.
But anyways, yeah, we came on here to say hello, so I'm sorry if we are a little bit dry. I'm in a sweater trying to sweat out the last bits of this cold. Curtis is out here starting this fresh cold. Mm-hmm. You know what's funny though? When you're sick, I feel like the one thing you take for granted is breathing through the nose.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like when you're sick, you're like, oh my gosh, did I ever breathe through my nose? What's it like? I really think so.
Like I can breathe right now. I just had
you only breathe through one nostril. I hear you.
I just had a Halls. So I'm a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Earlier I had some Buckley's. I had a Tylenol, like cold and flu thing. Can someone please
tell him he's not supposed to overdose on acetaminophen?
I didn't. I had 1 teaspoon of Buckley's and I had 1 Tylenol.
You're not supposed to do that. If you read the instructions, it says that there's a lot of acetaminophen inside. I think it's Tylenol or maybe Buckley's. I can't remember. But it says you're not supposed to take another type of cold medication or any other medication that contains that.
Oh, wow. I feel like some people have a lower tolerance, though, for certain things.
Yeah,
right?
I definitely don't.
Yeah, you have a very low tolerance.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. You take NyQuil and you're out like a light.
NyQuil works though. I think so. It helps me sleep. Well, I don't take NyQuil actually. I take the Tylenol.
Yeah. You did before though.
Did I?
Yeah.
I thought I always took Buckley's.
Yeah. I don't know.
Buckley's is disgusting, bro. Like,
I don't know. Tastes awful and it works.
Isn't that their slogan?
Yeah. Tastes awful, but it works. I think that's what it is.
Let's play a quick game. I'm gonna Google really quickly slogans for cold and flu. I want to know if you can guess them.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my phone.
Whoa. So this cold and flu season, have you gotten sick yet? And hopefully, if not, you don't. But yeah, I feel like I've known quite a few people at my work already that have gotten sick this year. None of them with like COVID. They've all tested negative for that. But I feel like there's definitely colds and flus going around right now. Yeah, have you gotten sick yet this year? And how bad was it if you were sick? Because I'm not having fun right now. I'm not having fun. I mean, it's not.
I think this is our worst podcast yet.
You think so? I haven't.
That's what we're gonna name this: the worst podcast episode yet.
Man,
you can hear it, and you know what's so sad? That made me kind of sad that I think about it now. So when I was at work, one of my coworkers was like, "Are you sick?" And I wasn't sick, but she was, "Are you sick? You sound very nasally." And I was like, "Damn, do I sound nasally all the time?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, is this really what I sound like? But I wasn't sick. I was like, no, I think this is just what I normally sound like.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely hear it in someone's voice when they're sick.
Let's just guess the slogan for some companies. I'm curious to see if you would know them in general.
So we're just doing random companies now?
Yeah, random companies. Do you think you can do it?
That's a little bit off topic, but sure.
Why? It's that for everything. Tylenol and all. Let's just try. Okay, I think you'll do really good. Okay. I'm loving it.
That's McDonald's.
Okay. Finger licking good.
KFC.
Okay. They're great.
That's Frosted Flakes.
Like a good neighbor, blank blank is there.
Oh, Allstate. Is it Allstate? No. It's not Allstate. Like a good neighbor. Is it Allstate?
Close. It's State Farm.
Ah, yeah. I knew it was insurance.
Here, I'll give you this one. Zoom, zoom.
That's Mazda.
Okay, here's a good one. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy, head, fever, so you can rest medicine.
Is that Benadryl?
No, it's NyQuil.
Ah, shoot. Oh yeah, you said nighttime in there.
Yeah.
Ah, shoot, missed it.
Good.
I don't know what that one is.
Campbell soup.
Oh, whoa! Do we have soup? Can we have soup for lunch?
I don't think Campbell soup is gluten free.
Can we have soup for lunch? It doesn't need to be Campbell's. I don't care.
I don't. Sure. I mean, if we can.
Yo, soup though.
When you're sick, it hits different.
It does. It does. Now that you said it, like that's what I want and need for lunch.
I think if there's still soup in the freezer in the basement, I guess we can look at that. Okay, you want to continue playing?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, wait 1 second. I don't know how true these ones are. I just found like a random thing on Google. So we'll just keep playing and hopefully they are all right.
How many of you got so far?
The king of beers.
The king of beers. That's that would be Budweiser, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the corner of happy and healthy.
Huh? No, I don't know.
Walgreens.
Yeah, no. I don't shop at Walgreens. Wouldn't know it. Do we even have a Walgreens? I don't think so.
No, I think our Walgreens is probably like Shoppers, maybe.
I have no idea. Couldn't tell you.
Just do it.
That's Nike.
Yeah, that was an easy one. Don't touch my cup. You guys, when this man is sick, he's trying to get me sick. Stay off my things. Don't touch them.
Can't get you sick. You're already sick.
That is impossible. You can still catch someone else's cold because your immune system is down. That's gonna be your mic from now on. That is gonna be your mic.
How long does colds actually stay on something?
I don't know. I never Googled it.
Google it. How long does viruses actually stay on a surface?
Well, a virus needs a host in order to.
Okay, but
to
I'm
live.
sure it can stay alive for a certain amount of time. Search it. I can guarantee you. That's why they say don't touch things. Because,
Google.
Hey Google, how long can a cold or flu virus stay active on a surface?
On the website health.com, they say, flu viruses can survive on hard surfaces, like bus poles, and infect another person for 24 to 48 hours, said Dr. Carey. Cold viruses don't survive as long, usually a few hours, but there is evidence that they can survive and be passed on for up to 24 hours.
See, we're both right then.
No.
Yes.
It said not for very long, but it still does.
For the virus to replicate, it needs a host.
Yes, but it can
and you're
still...
exhaling.
It lives on a surface for a certain amount of time. If someone touches it in that certain time and then they ingest it, or however, then it can then thrive.
Yes, but that's what I was trying to tell you.
It's like a fish out of water. It can breathe for a little bit, but eventually it'll die. It's the same exact thing.
But I was just saying that. I was saying in order for it to actually live and replicate itself, it has to have a host.
Okay, but I'm just saying it can live on a surface.
So we were both right.
That's her answer for everything. We're both right. Every time she's wrong. No, we're both right.
That's not true. Google just said what we both said.
No, that's literally exactly what I was saying. But it will stay alive for a certain amount of time. That's literally what I said.
Yes, but it also needs a host to live. We're both right. I'm not arguing with you. I'm too sick to argue with you today.
Anyway.
Speaking of arguments, how do you guys handle your arguments as a couple? How do you think we argue? Like, how do we handle our arguments?
We come to the conclusion that I'm right.
Okay, we're being serious, Curtis. How do we handle our arguments?
I don't know. I don't think we really argue about like big things.
Okay, when it comes down to big things, like, because you like to argue with me. Nobody's talking to Google, but she's starting to talk back. Yeah, I don't know. We don't really have big arguments though. Okay, but what do we do? How do we handle them? I don't know. You just ignore me. That's a lie. That is a big, big lie. Until I just give in to what you want. What do you mean? You're making me out to sound petty. I am not petty. Look that way. Breathe that way. I don't know. What do we do? I don't know. I don't know. What do we do? I don't know. Do you talk about me to your mother when we have arguments? Not really. What do you mean not really? No, I don't talk about the argument at all, no. Mm-hmm. So what do you say? Nothing. You don't say absolutely nothing to your mom about me? Oh. I was watching this couple movie. It's an old movie. And it was about, it's two could play that game. I think I talked about this on the podcast before about that movie. I really love that movie. But anyways, so it's about a girl. It's about a bunch of girls, right? And she solves all her friends' man problems. So they basically tell her everything that's going on, every problem that goes on in their friends' life, in their man's lives, in their life, whatever.
Okay.
But then at the end, her man ended up somewhat cheating, and she never told her friends about all the problems that was going on in her life. But she managed to eventually solve it on her own, and she went back to her man. And there was not like this big drastic, like, oh, why did you take him back and blah, 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 blah. So my question is actually, like, when you and your partner, your significant other, whoever, when you guys get into an argument, do you tell your friends or your family member? Or do you believe in keeping it to yourself and solving it that way?
Yeah, no, I kind of don't agree with telling other people, because that's when they get like almost like a biased opinion based on you in the moment of being upset. Right? So like every time something good happens, you're not really running to your friends and being like, oh my God, this happened. You kind of leave the good things to yourself. But then some people, every time something bad happens, they run and they complain to their friends, their family.
Yeah.
So their friends and family only hear the negatives, and then they're like, why are you with this person? And then they have that biased opinion based on all those negatives that you've told them, but you never told them the positives, right? So I feel
But do you think like people really want to hear how happy you are with your significant other, or do you think people are like too much in the drama, in the sense of they just want to hear anything bad?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how news works. News sells negativity, right? So negativity sells. That's what people want to hear. People want excitement. They want drama, right? They don't want to hear, like, I mean, yeah, okay. Sometimes they'll want to hear some good stuff, but for the majority of it, people are drawn to negative things, especially when it's not in their life.
Yeah.
Right? They like to hear of other people's drama. So it makes their life seem better, I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
See, back in my younger days, I watched a lot of TV in my younger days. So like that's kind of like what I thought, friends and friendship should do. Like you should tell your friends about the drama in your relationships, because they can give you good advice.
Because that's what they do in TV.
Yeah, right.
Like
and
in
that's
TV shows.
Yeah. So I did that. And then I actually found that a lot of my relationships were toxic. I'm not saying like the advice that they would give me would be toxic or anything like that. It's just that I felt like if I wanted to work it out now, I kind of felt like a fool.
Yeah, because you went and complained to your friends about the negatives, and then you're like, well, no, I'm back with them, or I'm gonna give them another chance, or whatever you said, and then they just look at you like
why
really?
would you do that? Yeah.
After what you just told me, why would you do that? Yeah.
So anyways, that was just something that came across my mind when I was watching that movie again. I was like, oh wow, I really allowed TV to influence my relationships growing up.
Like why you keep going back, or
they bring up the past drama and kind of constantly remind you of that, even when you're trying to move on. Even making rude remarks sometimes. That's another reason why. But like over time, I think one of the reasons why I think you are probably one of my longest and one of my strongest relationships that I've ever been in was probably because I kept a lot of the drama to myself, or I dealt with it with you. I kept it between us and we worked it out. And I think maybe that's why you are my strongest relationship that I've ever been in.
Yeah, that's very possible.
But it took me a while to realize that. Like, it took me a while to realize, you shouldn't tell people, even if you are looking just for advice, which I was. It's just out of respect too. Like, even when we are
Yeah.
going through like a financial hardship, you know, like keep that to us. We'll work it out. We'll figure it out together.
And like another thing too, like even if you are looking for advice, they're gonna, I guess, because they're quote unquote your friends or family, they're gonna be more protective of you.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you tell them something negative, right, they're gonna jump to the conclusion of, well, you don't need that in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, find someone better. You know, someone that's gonna treat you better. There's someone out there, and they're gonna keep putting that into your head,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the advice you're gonna get a lot of the time. Whoa.
You guys, it's the cold that's getting to us.
You might have a couple friends that will be like, yeah, I understand, you know, but things happen.
Mhm.
So you need to work it out. And they'll give you like actually good advice. You might have some of those friends. And if you do, keep them. But a lot of the times they're going to jump to the negative and try to protect you. Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's what's going to happen most of the time.
Mhm.
But once you keep telling them stuff like, or even if you tell them just one time,
Mhm.
they're going to keep expecting to hear different things. They're going to,
More updates.
yeah,
on it.
exactly.
Yeah.
They're going to ask you again, like, oh, so, you know, what did you guys end up doing? Like, you know?
Mhm. That's all I really had to say. I don't really have much to say, you guys. I don't feel 100%.
Mhm.
It's Sunday. I'm probably just gonna go lie down right after this podcast. What are we gonna name this podcast?
Don't know. You said it earlier.
The worst podcast we've ever made. I like that idea.
Yeah. The worst podcast we've ever made.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the worst, to be honest.
Well, we made more.
I don't know.
It was terrible.
I don't know. I don't think this is that bad. We started off on a different topic and we somehow ended up here.
But that's how our podcast always goes.
But anyway, maybe the worst sounding based on our voices at the moment.
Yesterday, we took down all of our patio furniture. So, like, we covered everything for winter because it snowed, you guys. It snowed on Halloween. That is something I said I was going to tell you guys. It snowed. It snowed.
Yeah.
And, you know, your girl was happy. But now it's like plus 11. Snow's gone. But either way, we took
that first
down.
snowfall never stays.
Yeah, but it's coming. It's a sign. Parts of Ontario have a lot of snow already.
Mm-hmm.
I think Calgary, I heard, is covered in snow right now. But anyways, have you guys already did the flip for your clothes? Now you put away your summer clothes. Now you're bringing out your winter clothes.
Yeah, we started just like, I don't even know what we actually started doing.
We started doing the balcony, and then it led to the basement, and then it led up to the cupboard. And now we have our winter gear out.
The closet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a lot yesterday, actually. Very impressed. It's like,
I did
almost
13,000
like
steps.
everyone talks about spring cleanup,
Mm-hmm.
but what about the fall prep?
You mean winter prep?
Yeah. Spring cleanup,
Mm-hmm.
but then you prep for winter in the fall, right? No one really talks about that. But that's a thing. Like, you have to prepare for winter. Like, you have to start setting up and like get out your winter boots, like start setting up your closet the way you need it to be, you know, clean up your garage so you can actually park your car inside the garage, you know, like random little things, clean up your balcony or your patio. You need to actually winter prep.
Yeah.
Basically.
Have you guys winter prepped yet?
Yeah.
We're not done yet. We still need to find a winter jacket this year.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been running with these winter jackets for a couple of years now, and they're
old and
they don't look new
one
anymore,
of my jacket in the armpit's starting to get a hole, so I know I need a new winter jacket.
Yeah, I mean, mine's still fine. It's just it doesn't have that like crisp black color anymore. It's got like some faded areas, and it's starting to look like it looks a little bit older, right? So,
but that could be like your dog walking jacket.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely keeping it. That's one that I can just, if it gets wrecked, it gets wrecked. It's fine. Mm-hmm. But I want one that's nice so I can wear out different places and, you know, look presentable.
Yeah.
You know?
So what's the first part of your body then that gets cold?
I think it's either my fingers or my face. Yeah. But I think especially walking without gloves, if I'm walking trumpet, definitely my fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fingers get cold very fast.
I think my part of my body that's the coldest are my toes.
Hmm.
So I know if I don't have a good boots, that's it. Like I won't
Yeah.
survive for the winter.
Oh, I know. And that's the worst too. Like once your toes actually do get cold, like it does not feel good. That's like the worst feeling. Because like you just want to curl up. You want to sit down. You don't want to walk anymore. Like you need to just warm up your toes. You have to. That's like the worst feeling.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else you want to say?
Nah, I'm good.
Yep, this podcast is definitely all over the place. It was just one of those days where nothing I felt flowed for me. I think usually our podcast flows.
Oh, do you think it flows a lot of the time? Or do you think we are all over the place with our topics? But I think that's just how conversations are. Conversations they're just scattered, right? No one talks about a single topic for an hour. Like, for real? People just don't. You talk about one thing for a little bit and then a random thought comes up and then you're on to a new topic. That's just how conversations are. Or else conversations are just dry.
Yeah.
Dry like my throat right now.
You guys eat too much. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. And I hope you guys subscribe to the channel and like this video. You can share this video if you want to. But for now, we are checking out and we will see you guys next week. And hopefully we have some Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where we're going right now.
Back to bed.
Yes.
Lay down. Watch some cartoons.
Yes. Peace.